chicos, se puso la parte 3. Capítulo anterior, ¿qué pasa en esta parte? Vale, está la puntuación. ¿Qué?
Come on. The name's Ocelot. Big boss. You know who I am. A certain man gave me a job to do. Two, actually. First was to get you out of that hospital. The second was to rescue the man himself. You remember? Your partner 9 years ago, Kazuhira Miller. 9 years back, your private army came under attack by Cypher. You were considered dead. Until today, that is, when Cypher found you. And it's not just them. The whole world wants you dead. You'll have to join up with Miller. Build that private army of yours one more time. It's your only chance.
Bueno, lo vamos a escuchar. Porque me quedan
First, we need to save Miller. He's in Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
What, you can't keep up with world affairs in a coma? 4 years ago, the Soviets invaded Afghanistan. The Muslims are fighting back with Western support. Miller was training Mujahideen rebels when he was captured by the Soviets. The Reds' 40th Army. Troop strength somewhere around 100,000. The squad holding Miller set off near the Pakistan border yesterday. Now, in 3 days, they'll reach the Soviet garrison. They'll be interrogated for a few more days, and it's off to a lager. Or left to rot in a ditch on Afghan soil. I give him 2 weeks. The job didn't mean anything to Miller. He only took it on to keep you safe. Well, there's our ride. It's a whaling ship. Had a pretty good deal on her once the IWC started raising a stink. Now 7 days to Port Qasim, another 3 overland. So we won't have much time once we're there. Don't take too long getting used to your new self. Hang on. Ha!
Bueno, ahora solamente falta a ver lo que nos espera en el juego. Capítulo 1. Venganza. Cyprus. Bueno, ahí nos fuimos en un barco ballenero, creo, sí. Viajamos al puerto 6. Fuimos por un canal. Suez Canal, creo que se llama, yo que sé. Hoy está aprendiendo a controlar su mano. Y ahí le pasan un brazo robótico. Y así es como Snake se acostumbró a su nuevo brazo, que es uno robótico. Su casetera. Afganistán. Que iba cabalgando por el desierto de Afganistán. Recompensa, información de primera base, el hombre de fuego 1 y cinta de música 2. Cinta de música 2. Yo creo que deberían pasarme la 1 porque comenzaría primero. O sea, no discuto con eso. No discuto con eso. Hacer que tenga un obstáculo como al salir de una pelea para ceñirte y ocultarte. A esto se le llama estar cubierto, al igual que esconderse entre la hierba o la sombra. Estar cubierto le dificulta al enemigo de detectar. Miembro fantasma. Phantom. ¿Qué?
The area ahead is under total Soviet control. Miller's been captive for 10 days. Not much time left.
Weather will clear shortly.
Storm's passing.
La tormenta está. Bueno, ahí está pasando eso para poder ver mejor. Ahí veo algo brillante. Ready, casi camino. Yo sabía jugar.
Getting used to it?
Estás acostumbrándote. Es que parece que no.
After 9 years on ice, solo infiltration of the Soviet main ground forces
De tierra.
should be the perfect
Y ese
one.
es el calentamiento perfecto.
Kazuhira Miller is being held in Dawandehar to the north. Check its location now. Take out your iDroid. You see Wandy on the map? That's where they're keeping Miller. Only problem is, we don't know his exact location. Finding it is your first priority. Got your binoculars? Or should I say, your int scope? See the village? Straight ahead? To the right.
Ese es el. Ya veo la...
All right, that's the village. If you see something through the binoculars and you need more information, just give me a call. I'll tell you anything I can about it. That's Violo Village, the Violo Calais. The villagers fled the war and evacuated a while back. Since then, it's become a base for the Soviets' 40th Army. A few days ago, Miller was taken through there, en route towards Dewandehar. You may be able to pick up the trail there. It's worth a shot. Put a marker on it so you don't lose track of where it is. Wrong target, boss. Use your binoculars to focus in on Davialo Calais village and mark it. Good. Now you won't have to worry about getting lost along the way. You can't have much left in him. I give him 3 days tops. If we fail,
Si fallamos
and he dies,
y él muere,
we lose our chance of
no te
revenge.
¿verdad?
But we need more intel.
Pero si necesitamos información,
If you just go charging into Dewandehar, you'll be putting both your lives at risk. See what you can find out first. The Soviets have other outposts, not just the one you saw. Afghanistan is a big place. I expect you'll become quite familiar with those binoculars as you plan your next move. How and where you make it, well, that's up to you. From here on out, you're on your own. You're a legend in the eyes of those who live on the battlefield. That's why you have to handle this mission yourself. Put those 9 years behind you, and return as Big Boss. That's how Koss would want it. I'll be sending additional intel by radio. Stay sharp. Not one of Miller's bodyguards survived. And they were good. All we found on the scene were their corpses and knees.
Y esto. Sus lentes.
You'll be missing them.
Y él lo echará.
And you're his only hope of getting them back.
Ahí no son todos.
Now go!
Ahora ve.
Let the legend come back to
Hacer la
life.
leyenda. La investigación. Así me estaba a ver lo que bueno, voy a empezar la primera misión de juego, bueno, no la primera misión, pero la primera misión realmente fue un poco de 30 minutitos.
Hold it. There's a Soviet guard post. They're bound to be guards. Take a look with your binoculars. Put the enemy in the center of your field of view. Those materials are already processed. They should come in handy sooner or later. Why not start gathering them? That's a rough diamond. Good find. It'll fetch a high price.
Obviamente por ahora no vamos a gastar sus pagos. No tenemos dinero.
That's marking. Focus on a thread and it'll be marked automatically. You can mark enemies and vehicles by zooming in with your binoculars or camera. Once they're marked, security at that guard post is relatively light. Looks like the perfect place for a warm-up. Try to remember the ways you used to deal with enemies. Anytime you need advice, just give me a call. It looks like that horn stuck in your head has impacted the language center of your brain. If only we had a recruit with the Russian interpreter skill, we could get by with simultaneous interpretation. Understanding a language and being able to interpret from that language for somebody else are two different things. Don't leave bodies out in the open. Find some place to drop them out of sight.
Un lugar para esconderlos. Ok, un lugar para esconderlos. A ver, ¿qué lugar sería bueno para esconderlos? ¿En el bate? A ver si no está en el bate, sí, ¿verdad? Este es el bate, no. Ahora tengo que llevarme. No entiendo que no haré nada, pero ¡toma! Si tengo un metal común.
Planning to walk the whole wilderness on foot? Use your horse.
A ver, si lo... Ahí está Dios. Pero Dios, ¿no? Así que... Esto no confidenciado, ¿no?
You're almost at the enemy outpost, Vialo Village. The village is crawling with enemy soldiers. Don't just go waltzing in. Start with some recon. Is there anywhere that overlooks the village?
Para que no me pillen. Bien, no hay nadie, es lo que... Tengo miedo que me aparezca salón de frente y me pegan...
There should be a command post somewhere. See any buildings with tighter security? If there are clues to Miller's whereabouts, I'll bet you can find them in there. Dumpster. Looks big enough to hide somebody. You could stash a downed enemy in there, or hide in it yourself. Just don't stand too close to me afterward.
Me hacen mucho ruido ustedes. No quiero que nadie se vea. Voy a tocar.
Speak.
Не стреляй, пожалуйста, не
Where are your
стреляй!
friends?
I'll let you know if we locate a soldier with the interpreter skill. Extracting him will enable you to understand what the Soviets are saying. Otherwise, your interrogations are going to be a waste of time. A parabolic antenna. There could be intel files of some kind in there.
Son 10.000. O sea, estoy rompiendo todo, ¿eh? En ven. Vamos a sigiloso. Esta es el día de cosas.
Hey, that's...
Vale. A ver, vamos a hacer esto. Dios mío, a ver, tecnológico. A lo mejor tecnología que puede existir.
So you picked up an intel file. Now we know where Miller is. I'm marking it on your iDroid.
No sé ni cómo lo hice para esto.
That's a type of medicinal plant. Bring it back to base. It's sure to be useful sometime.
No. Qué épico que me dice. Qué épico que me dice personas. Porque es fácil. Ahora voy a ver si hay unos chicos por aquí. Bueno, aquí hay un metal, ¿eh? Bueno, uno... Está muy lejos, no, voy a llamar a Dios. Así que, Dios. Arma de apoyo, a ver. Push. La granada de mayo... No pasa nada. Voy a usar esta pistola. Sí, a ver. Duerme. Que se duerme, a ver. Bien. Muere esta acción. Utilización de material.
It's an enemy guard post. Watch yourself.
Esto es un puesto avanzado. Bueno. Bueno, ahí está eso. No me puedo creer, en serio tengo que... Bien, hay que recargarlo. Perdón, es hora de infiltrarme.
Golden Crescent.
Okay,
It's a type of medicinal plant. You can use that to make tranquilizer rounds more potent.
oh. Palabra todo. A ver, aquí hay municiones que no tengo casi... No tengo casi munición de comunicación. A ver,
So it's down already. It goes without saying that darkness is good for infiltration. But your vision will be affected just the same. Keep your guard up, but who knows when you'll bump into an enemy. The Soviet soldier. A lot of them came from Central Asia before, but lately they've been using more and more Russians. Simple, really. There's less hesitation to pull the trigger if they're not fighting their own race. Morbid cynicism, but it gets results. That's humanity for you.
Dios. Ahora veo para hacer esto. En serio.
You've reached one day. They've got Miller locked up in that town. Check your eyes Roy, for his location. I hope to hell he's alright. He's not your average client.
Pero nos infiltraremos en el próximo episodio. Espero que les guste este video y nos vemos hasta la próxima. Adiós.